little bit. So, welcome back to a series of Wonders events. I'm your humble DM, Robin. Joining us today by Kenzie, playing as Dwarf Cleric Hamura. Stefan, play as Human Sorcerer Ruveni.
Yep.
Alex, play as the new character, Worko, the Dragonborn Barbarian. Nathan, play as Viking, our Asmar Paladin, and Kat, play as Tali, our Wood Elf Rogue. So previously on the session, the group barely escaped the reach of the drow, and they went into a allegedly lost temple of an unknown being, where they met Orko as well as Orlok. Not really their new friends, but well, at least some guide in this Underdark. And last time they kind of bump into some bizarre events, such as a sinking pit with choir singing like from underneath. While they never locate the origin, they just sleep over and try to figure out the next day. However, the next day the pit is gone, and now they encountered some Asian Asian dwarven traps, as well as runes on the walls that could induce fear into one's heart. After all that, they kind of grab their friends and escape the narrow tunnel. They heard a huge rumbling sound coming from the end of the tunnel. So that's where we left off. Now you still hear the sound. Sounds like stones cracking, huge objects rising from underneath. You can't tell what it is because all of you just kind of dodge it out of the way. What would you like to do?
I mean, aren't we still amidst this fight between me and? That's where we last left off.
Well, not really. You were trying
kind of,
to,
yeah.
Yeah, but I recall Hamura bashed your swords off the way.
That doesn't mean though that we're involved.
Yes. So I assume the fight has broke off at this point. Well, if you're trying to continue your murderous attempt on Orlog, I wouldn't stop you. Just it's up to you.
Well, last I remember, Hamura had pushed me against the wall when I kick her.
So you take a jump on her, just trying to.
Well, no, she bashed me into the wall.
Yes.
You're gonna kick my leg up and try and kick her off of me.
Oh no, she just punched. As I recall, she punched you towards the wall. She's not on you, so.
Alright, well, I got.
So.
Reckless attack.
So you're willing to
Great
attack
weapon
her?
master.
Okay, go ahead. Roll for it.
Great weapon master.
Okay.
Let's go.
Oh my god, there's so many dice to just go for.
So,
reckless attack.
Though the sound from the background is loud, on all of your view, Vorkos doesn't seem to care as he swings his greatswords towards Hamura. However, probably because he was just humiliated by.
You have advantage?
No.
Yeah, because reckless attack grants me advantage.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
And then we have advantage on you.
Reckless attack, great weapon master. Actually, great weapon master that makes it 16 to 16 hit.
16 hits.
Okay. So, 16. It's minus how much? 5, right? Minus 5.
Yeah, it's minus 5, so it was 16.
Why do you have advantage again?
I have a barbarian ability called Reckless Attack
Okay.
that allows me to.
All right. Sorry, my bad.
It gives me advantage, but it grants other people advantage on me
Yes.
until my next turn.
Okay. So, your attack. Hamura, what's your AC at this point?
16.
16. All right, that hits. So, although the sound is loud, the greatsword strikes true. It barely misses. But it
Since
strikes
he's
true.
attacking one of my companions now, I want to impose disadvantage using my
Yep. You can do
protector. Was it Shieldmaster?
Mm-hmm.
So he has disadvantage, which makes it regular.
Then, as you think, the moment you're gonna strike to Amura, the shield from the other side kind of bashes your sword out of its trajectory, and it misses Hamura. Yeah, entirely, and hits the stone wall behind. And now you're in initiative, actually.
Just leave more. It's more important to get out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, but it's in the combat. Like, it's up to you, Hamura.
Oh no,
Do you
I'm
wish
not
to...
talking to you. I'm talking to him.
Okay.
Like, I don't want to fight you, but I will, and you'll die because everyone's got my back.
Mhm.
I know you want to kill this asshole because he's lied to you, but it's more important to get the hell out of here.
What she
Fine.
said, or like just points at you.
But
Hamura.
he dies.
Plus, I
Moment.
paid you. I mean, I paid the extra amount. I mean,
You think money is something I care about? About the money at all.
it appears to be when the moment you were getting out of your village and you have no money to eat or sleep or do anything. I mean, you came to us. It's not the other way around.
I came to you because of my quarrel.
Yeah,
Comes to an end,
which
and that me has ceased. So as soon as I'm out of here, you are dead because you have no honor, and you have lied.
well,
do
if I
the
find
wrong
out more information, well, I'll just stop talking if I'm wrong. But isn't part of your reason trying to find whoever killed your whatever? And that answer might be here in the Underdark. I mean, might be right here. That's why you agreed to come along, right? I mean, I'm on the right track. It just the research took a lot more time than I expected. So
You lie to me one more time, and your head will be split from your body.
he just roll for intimidation. Actually, roll for intimidation to try to see if you intimidate him to stop talking. Oh, you actually do.
20.
Yeah, with your menacing feature and your glowing like eyes, he's kind of backed off and just curled up in the corner. Just stop talking, curled up in the corner. What would you guys like to do at this point?
I sheath my sword and I don't really say anything.
I was moving up by Hamura. What the hell?
I keep trying to get the others to sort of go to where the noise was. Come on, we need to go see what's making that rumbling over there. Like, could be something important.
Or it could kill us.
Well,
we
with
should
it could
look
kill-
anyway.
Rivani finished
Die
the
down
conversation.
here, or it's gonna kill us anyway.
Yeah. As
Let's go.
Rivani finished the conversation, the sound stopped.
Oh no.
What would you guys like to do at this point?
I feel like the
Let's
sound
go
stopping.
investigate the noise.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably
That's me, Alex, saying that. That's definitely not my character.
Yeah.
Dora the Explorer is there and then gone for like a split second.
Yeah, Vorko's probably gonna go
So-
walk over to investigate it.
Okay. So only Vorko or anyone else?
Yeah, I'm right behind him.
Okay.
Oh god,
Yeah,
everybody's running. Yeah.
All right. So
following reluctantly.
yeah, as you guys approach the tunnel where there were originally fear ruins and traps, you notice that the ruins on the wall, all of them stopped glowing, just all of them. Originally they were like a few sparks on them from time to time, but now it seems everything's just paused. So yeah, and the traps. To your surprise, Vorko, as you walk onto the trigger point because you weren't looking, as you walk onto the trigger point, there's no darts coming out of the mechanism. So you assume everything was paused for some reason.
Or at least been expended.
Yeah, as you all reach to the end of the tunnel, you see a vessel resembled a black crystal chalice stands firmly on top of a marble sarcophagi. Dwarven figures swirled by spectral wind, shifting in and out of a red mist. So that's what stands in front of you. There's no sound nor anything coming out of the chalice or the sarcophagi. It just stands firmly there. What would
I
you
go
like
over to
do?
the chalice and inspect it,
All right. The chalice looks like
or at
this
least
outside.
just to see if it's arcane in any,
Okay. So
if it's magical qualities, I guess.
okay, then roll for Arcana check to see if you can tell. Okay. Weirdly enough, from your past knowledge, passed down through your tribe, you recall vividly that this is something once be used by some cult named the Cult of Dragon, where in that they used this kind of item to collect souls for minions, to create more minions. So the rituals are this chalice, which is named the Vessel of Soul, sucks out the souls from a being and leave their empty body behind. Where with the right ritual, you can control the empty body to do your bidding. However, the thing about that is usually with a powerful item like this, there should be a symbol of the Cult of Dragon. So in a way to kind of worship Tiamat, in sort of a way to how should I put this? Shows her awe to the others, like shows her power to the others. So, but to your surprise, there's no such symbol on the chalice.
I pick it up.
You take it? Okay. The moment you picked it up, roll for a wisdom check as you feel 1,000.
Oh, wait, a wisdom check or a save?
Save. Sorry, wisdom save. Wisdom save.
I look back at Tully. I'm like, I think this guy is suicidal.
Yeah.
As you
Nope.
pick it
In this
up,
world.
thousands of voices join in, and a holy canticle of despair and howl like a windstorm. The choir of the damned, as they.
Do we hear it?
No, none of you heard that. As Vorko picked it up, that's the only thing in his mind he heard, and Let's see. Okay. Interesting. You,
Oh boy.
as you failed, you immediately lost in your thoughts. You lost all the connection to the outside world. You are now paralyzed for the last 5 minutes. And you
For the next.
every minute you get to make a saving throw to see if you break the control of the chalice.
Am I just like paralyzed? I'm just like I've grabbed the.
Yes,
like I have
you
my
just
hand.
frozen
just
in place. The weird
So
thing,
he has his hands on it,
yes.
or did he drop it?
No, he didn't drop it. His hands
Like
gripped
I had reached
tight.
out and grabbed it
Yes.
and just went.
He just
Just
froze
froze there.
in place. That's it.
When I see that, I walk up to him and
I'm right behind Vinny.
I sort of like, what, Mr. Varkle, sir? Are you okay there?
There's no response coming out of Vorkal.
Yeah, I kind of like sort of like try and wave my hand in front of his face to get a response, but
Yeah, nothing of sorts.
Am I aware, like in my head, like what's happening?
No, you don't hear anything. You don't sense anything. You just hear the sound of the souls yelling, screaming in your mind. That's all you heard.
Mm.
And guess who doesn't have Lesser Restoration prepared?
So, what would you guys like to do at this point?
Change.
You all saw Vorkal frozen in place.
can I make an Arcana check on the goblet that he picked up?
Yes, go ahead. Okay. You think it's an item made by kind of necromancy? You're not really sure what it does, but you don't think it's something you should just pick up randomly. That is just, yeah.
I'll relay that to the others. Like, I'll relay that to others and sort of mention that.
My ears.
I think we need to find a way to make a vertical here, like to get out of his hands.
Yeah, should I knock it out of his hands? I can try.
Here, let me.
If you wish to,
let me.
go ahead.
I have.
Okay.
Nikki, better idea?
Yeah, let me. So I have a javelin, so we have a little bit of reach rather than a dagger to or pushing him. So I'm like, stand back. I got this. So I take one of my javelins and I take the back side of it.
Okay.
And I'm like, I'm gonna do like a 360, very flourishing, and I'm gonna crack him right in the nose. Like not even in the hands, but like in
Right in the snoot.
Right in
like
the nose.
just like.
All right.
I just seen him try and attack one of my. I'm helping, kind of.
Okay. So you don't have to roll for anything. You don't have to roll for attack. Sorry. You don't have to roll for attack because he's frozen in place. It's an automatic hit. However, I do need you to roll for damage.
That poor snoot.
Is it regular javelin or would it be like an improvised attack? Because I'm not using the pointy part.
It'll be a regular. Oh wait. No, it'll be an improvised attack. So yeah.
It's just one
actually,
damage.
Roll for baton. No, actually roll for 1d6 instead of because you're still using the length of the javelin. You're just not using the pointy tip.
So this shouldn't be just -3. So 6 point. I hit you for max.
Just roll 1d6. Yeah. Okay.
I hit you for max damage. 6 points of damage. Straight to the nose.
Yeah.
You're like, oh my nose.
Yeah. Well, it should be automatically crit because he's frozen in place. As you smack him out of the way, his nose kind of cracked, and the chalice falls off from his hand. Alex, make another wisdom save for me.
Another wisdom save. Oh fuck!
You will have advantage. Okay.
You make 2 wisdom saves.
No, you're still
'Cause I just got
frozen in
attacked.
place. Yeah, because between the time
I s-
of him using a javelin at you, it's not yet a minute. This is the first attempt to break it off.
Oh no, this is for the sword, right?
Oh, no. This one is for
Cursed
the.
item.
This one is. Sorry. This one is for the chalice. You can roll for the sword now.
Okay.
Okay.
Fuck me.
Uh,
God damn it.
yeah. The sword,
Oh.
although you failed,
Not going too well, guys.
you heard the noise of the spirit inside your soul yelling for you to carve the flesh out of your enemy. However, because you failed the chalice, you're still paralyzed. As your body is trying really hard to do that, you just
My
can't.
eyes just like slowly
Yeah.
creep over to Viking now.
Guys, I don't think that's good.
Yeah. You see
Can
the
I-
sword glowing in red, and
Oh, ew.
there's
I wanted
red
to summon him
coming
real
out of
bad.
his eyes. Yeah.
Real bad before he gets up. He's gonna be angry.
Okay. So what would
I'm
you guys like to
helping.
do?
What can I say?
I would like to. Can I inspect the chalice?
I don't think that helped a whole lot, Mr. Viking.
Okay.
It did not.
So Hamura, you walk towards the chalice. Well, what would you like to do? You inspect it. So if you are,
I don't
just
want to
trying-
touch it yet.
Yeah.
I
If you're
just
just
wanna
trying
look
to
at-
see, then
See if I know where it is or anything.
it actually it's weird to you because it feels weird because Vorko actually picked it up. So
I-
in
I did-
your sorry, go ahead.
I did relay that it might be necromantic in nature.
Necromancy,
So
yeah.
Necromancy. Yep.
so she would know that at least.
Yeah.
For me.
So she'll know better not to touch the chalice for now. The chalice should be fallen off from like midair, and it should smash. It should smashed on the sarcophagi. It looks fragile. However, the chalice kind of magically declined and just stands firmly again on the sarcophagi in the exact same spot. So
I don't like any of this.
So based on my background, do I know anything about items like this? Because this
Yes.
seems totally up my alley.
yes, you will.
Can we do a
know-
check?
You don't need to roll for any check. You will know that Merkel actually has this kind of item in his possession once in many lifetimes ago. However, as he was dethroned, as he lost most of his power, the throne of horns actually replaced that in that it collects all of Merkel's power within. So the thorn, what am I talking about? The crown of horns. Sorry, the crown of horns actually has the power similar to a vessel of soul
So did the crown?
of horns. Yes.
Sorry, was this lost or was this destroyed? The one that was in Merkel's possession. Do I know that?
You know
'Cause
that
there's a difference.
the original vessel of soul, the very first one created by Merkel himself, was lost. However, he managed to siphon out most of its power and imbued them into the crown of horns. Yeah. So
Can
the
I-
crown of horns actually has most of its power now at this point.
Okay, so sorry to do this, but I want to use what the hell is it called? I think I have actually a spell card for it. Divine Sense, and
Mhm.
see if it's undead is coming off this thing.
Okay, so as you heighten up your senses, you feel that you can see a little bit clearer, than before. You see souls rose above from the rim of the chalice in a great
Ew.
surge of spirit matter, fighting for a way out, only to be driven back down by the unseen force that held them captive. Their endless yet meaningless effort lent haunting rhythm to their wails. So, you see that this is only for you to see because you heighten up your senses. The spirits keep doing this cycle of trying to get out and then getting drawn back. Those spirits, as you can see, are all dwarven figures.
Cool.
Yep. What would you like
Um,
to do at this point?
I let everybody know. Yeah, my heightened senses are letting me see all kinds of bad juju coming off this thing.
Oh, no.
Don't get too close to it. You might get sucked in.
Okay.
Ooh.
By the way, has it been a minute?
What do you mean?
Now, Vorko, roll for wisdom save. Yes. Okay.
We're all gonna die.
Of the chalice control. Now roll for another wisdom save
fucked.
for the
Do
sword.
I have? Oh wait. Oh wait. This is a wisdom save for what?
Sword.
It was just so. It was only. I only make a wisdom save when I'm hit.
The moment you're hit? I thought it was like lingering effect.
Yeah, it's the moment if I'm hit.
Okay.
That I read about said that it was
But yeah, but it stops.
Any
Hold on. let me
continuous.
see.
Uh,
Sword of Vengeance.
if they attack them until their HP is 0, or if I can't reach them within a melee range.
Yeah, but now you can reach them, so you don't need to roll for a save. You automatically attack them.
Yeah,
I believe that's the
I'm gonna.
Okay, so for all of you
I'm gonna
can
have to-
see, Virgo just kind of broke off from his like frozen state, and he jumps midair trying to cut the one closest to him, which
No, the one who hit me, which is
okay, which
Viking.
is
I have to
Viking,
attack
actually.
Viking.
All right, then
Hooray.
yeah,
And then I
Okay.
attack him.
yeah, okay.
Do I get to attack first since I see him like raging at
Yeah, I
me?
think we're all in this room by now,
Yes, you're
We
all in
got
this
it.
room
Yeah.
at this point.
hanging out.
Yep, just hanging out.
So I want to do another improvised attack. Since
Don't
I still
wait,
have the
don't-
javelin,
Do you
I want
do
to.
you have time to react though?
You're
He will
raging-
because you were.
Because raging is a bonus action.
The thing about that is you were frozen in place. So, sequence-wise, it will be Viking who sees you in the first place, and he prepare his action for an attack, and then you will get the chance to attack him. So,
Okay.
Viking, what would you like to
So
do?
I have the javelin still in my hands. I want to like try and flick the chalice in his hands again.
Okay.
Oh god.
Just
Roll
like
for
dude,
attack.
calm the fuck down.
You will not have any sorts of advantage or disadvantage.
Just-
Just roll for a
dex?
normal attack. Yes.
Okay.
So I don't know how to roll a normal attack. Jeez.
We're all gonna die.
Either all gonna die
This
or
is
I'm gonna die.
unexpected, I would say.
This is brilliant.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna roll javelin, but a javelin is +5, so it should be just -5 to this. Oh, I crit fail.
Okay.
Oh,
So, in your effort,
I dropped the
trying
javelin.
to trying to
Wing it into the side of
flip
someone's
the
head.
chalice, you not only drop your
Oh, no.
javelin, you also fumbled yourself and get in touch with the chalice.
oh.
I'm okay with that.
Roll for a wisdom
What?
save.
God,
Oh my
I'm
god.
so sorry.
Stop touching the
Oh,
cat.
and this is unexpected. I never thought. Okay, then this will
My
be
character
different.
seems to do that often.
This will be different, actually. For a brief moment, Viking, you think you saw flashbacks uh, you think you don't hear anything. For a moment, you saw fleeting images flashing through your eyes. From all the others, you can see kind of black lights coming out of both Vikings' eyes. And
Oh no.
yeah, like he automatically spread his wings, so you automatically activate your shroud of your ability. Sorry, Viking.
Do you want which one? The Fallen Azamar one or
the fallen Asmar one.
Oh,
the
right,
shroud of that induced fear. So
okay.
that
Well, both of them do.
Yes.
But okay. The wings is the Fallen Necrotic Shroud.
Yes, necrotic shroud. So he automatically activates it as you all see dark wings spreading from his back. And for you, for the others, you can make that was wisdom save, right? As I recall.
Other creatures within 10 feet of you must succeed a charisma saving throw.
Charisma save. Okay, so all of you needs to make a charisma save. Of how much? Your DC? Let me check your DC.
I'm out.
Viking.
13.
Okay.
Bye. Bye.
So, Hamura, you're trying to.
She's at the surface. She's like, "What the fuck just
Yes.
happened?"
Wait, what's the DC?
I'm out.
13. So, both
Okay.
Hamura and Alex. Both Hamura
I-
and Vorko failed. So,
So I can't move. I can't move closer to him.
yeah, you will try to get as far away from him as possible. So, necrotic.
Is that the
shroud.
frightened effect?
Yeah,
I was-
that's
I
the
thought it
fear
was-
effect. Yes.
Oh, the fear effect.
Yes. Frighten. Sorry. DC.
Do
I-
yes.
Do I still get my attack out on him?
No,
I never-
because you can't get near him. You can't attack him.
I have
thing.
ranged weapon.
It's a fleeting second thing. So you were trying really hard. However, the fear overwhelms you as you were pushed, as you were forced, as you see yourself forced back, not being able to get near him. And for Viking, you, from the fleeting images, you first see a really, really old man. He's holding a staff that shines in like silver plus dark kind of color. And he seems to take a notice of you as you seize him. He turns around, sees you in the eyes, and says, "This should be interesting." And the image passes. The next one, you see a hooded figure sitting on a throne-like chair, surrounding him by numerous body parts taken either by human or other races. You see giant golem-like figures looming in the shadows. The hooded figure doesn't really seem to notice you. Instead, he's kind of thinking something. In front of him is a parchment. The parchment looks similar to the one you guys found earlier, before. The one with weird writings on it. Then the image dissolved into a half-broken skull. It just looms there with dark flames rising from its eyes. And it looks at you. It definitely looks you right in the eyes and says, "My vessel, you'll soon be mine." And the image passes.
No.
That's neat.
Yes. Finally, this is the final image before you, wear out. You see a woman, a gorgeous woman, the most beautiful you've ever seen, dressed in 5 colored robes. She looks down from tall standing points. You look through her image and sees countless of dragons. down below at a large square. And she took pride in saying, "My childrens, it is time for us to reclaim what is ours." And that passes. You fade back. As you all see, Viking's eyes stops glowing. He
I
falls
don't.
to the ground, completely worn out by this. The chalice falls from his hands. This time, the chalice is, instead of like for Viking, instead of like thousands of souls trying to get out, you see just red mist. That's all you see. For the others, the chalice remains the same. It may be, you're not fairly certain, but it seems a little bit darker. Like the chalice itself, it's not as shiny as before. That's all you notice. Yep.
But I still have it in my hand, right? Or is it
No,
on
it
the floor?
falls off from your hand because
Like-
it's a crit. So yeah.
My
Can I
roll,
still?
I rolled a I rolled a 21, so I sort of resisted that
Yes.
fear, right?
Yes.
So I was able to see all this happening, right?
No. The
Like,
image
I was able to-
only happens in
I
Viking's
was-
head. But for those of you who succeeded in avoiding, in resisting the fear, you see Viking stops glowing. His wings just dissipate, and he falls to the ground. And this moment, Vorko, you can make your attempt on the attack.
Nope. I'm putting. As soon as he hits the deck, I'm interposing.
Well, in sequence-wise, he does have the upper hand.
Reckless.
Reckless?
Oh,
Gonna say.
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
Tell me when it's safe to come back.
I think fear is disadvantage towards me as well.
Yeah, so disadvantage
It cancels it out to.
with reckless, so it's a
16.
10. So
It's
as
a
you
miss.
swing. Yeah,
Wait, no,
you're-
wait, a 10?
Yeah, because. Oh, sorry.
Wait, what?
12. It's a 12. Because.
Because
sorry,
it
11
wasn't great weapon.
minus 5, right? You use great weapon?
No, that's great weapon. I just said reckless.
Either way,
and then-
it's still a
so
miss.
it canceled out.
Yeah, either way, it's still a miss.
Okay.
I recall you say. Anyway, it's fine. Either way, it's a miss. So as you swing your great sword from the other side, you misses him. You misses Viking, and slam it onto the wall. Okay, now Tully, you can
Okay.
make your attempt in stopping him.
I'm not attacking. I'm literally just standing there in the middle, going, "Simmer the fuck down."
Okay.
It's safe to come back in.
The
I
thing
hate when
about that is you don't think he's in control. Well, at least he's not fighting it. He seems enjoying it. However, he doesn't really seem he's in control. So, Rainy and Hamura, were you trying to do anything? Are you trying to do
So
anything?
peek my head back around the
do
corner.
Okay.
Do I get the sense that he's not really in control of himself?
Yes, because he's glowing in red lights
Oh,
as well
okay.
as his sword.
Like my eyes are
Okay,
glowing
so-
red. My sword's glowing red.
Yes, and he's
Uh,
wielding his sword
Can-
robotically. Or
Yeah. Can someone make the leap that the sword is the problem?
Ravani,
Okay.
I'll give you an Arcana check, a chance to do the Arcana check.
right. Okay.
After the chalice
see.
is like, after I calm down a bit, I'm like panting heavy. By the way,
Okay.
I'm like,
All right. So you think it's something Dragonborns do. With that Arcana check, you think
Awesome.
the effect is something that the Dragonborns
That's
do when they
racist.
attack. Yes.
God.
And you heard
Okay.
Vikings panting really hard in the background.
Yeah.
What would you like to do? You have one
Okay.
action to do?
Okay. Okay. Right. I'm going to sort of try and I'm going to try and
And that
cast,
moment passes.
suggestion.
All right.
I'm going
I would
to.
say that because you were taking too much of your time considering, the moment passes.
No,
Yeah.
no, I just.
And Charlie, yeah. It's your turn. What
I'm
would
just
you like
gonna, I'm
to
just
do?
gonna stay in space, and I'm just gonna stay in his space and just keep talking to him like vocal.
Okay.
This isn't you. I don't know what
You
janky
get
magic
one
shit's going on.
chance to do
But
what
yeah.
you want. What would you like to do?
So is my fear effect still in effect? Because if that's the case, whoever's frightened has
It's
a disadvantage.
not for now.
Okay.
So because your wings dissipate, your wings
Okay.
dissolve, and the effect wears off.
Okay.
At this moment, Hamura, because you're not trying to do anything, I'll move on to Vorko because none of you are trying to do anything. This is his chance.
I don't want to start.
I just got back from running away.
Okay.
Viking,
Yeah,
you gotta stop
that
doing
is
that
one
spooky
action.
shit.
That is one
Well, I-
action. So
I had just decided what I was going to do, and then you passed by anyway.
because you're taking too much time, it's really a fleeting second thing because Vorkol is on a killing spree. So Vorkol, it is your
I'm gonna-
chance to act. You can roll.
I'm
for
gonna take another
attack.
swing with my great sword.
Okay.
Reckless attack.
Okay. So -5, 15.
No, reckless attack is just the advantage. Great weapon master is the one where it has the -5.
Okay. So
So this is just flat 9
that
damage.
still miss Viking. I believe you have a 21,
20,
right?
wait, 20 misses?
I have a 19,
19?
AC.
Okay. Then that hits.
So 20 hits.
Yeah.
It hit.
Why did you
So
say
9
you were-
damage.
You have 21 again before? Huh.
When I cast shield on myself.
Oh, right. Yeah. So
Yeah.
no shield. Yeah. 20 hits.
No, I haven't had a chance to cast
Yeah.
anything.
So 20 hits as Vorkol's great sword smacked down on Viking's body, dealing 9 points of. Did you rage at this point?
Yeah. When I
You
got out of
three.
the paralyzed, I
you rage
went into a
immediately,
rage.
Right? Let me check. How long does rage last?
It's like a minute.
Yeah, but I believe it's past a minute. We're not in combat yet. I'll start from this round. We're in combat to break it off. But it should be worn off at this point.
If anything, I would go back into
Anyway,
another rage.
it's the last.
I'll
I'll
use
rule
multiple rages.
I'll rule that this is the last rage you'll have. Then you were off. You're getting tired.
The last rage. Wait,
No,
I blew through all 3 of my rages.
No, you burn one. Remember?
You're saying?
use one.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So
was
this
about to say,
one
like-
stops.
Unless
after
you get
this
hit
attack.
again, right?
Yeah. So it's a hit.
Unless I
and-
get
Yeah. it
attack
hits-
somebody.
Yeah, Viking. It deals
Barbarian.
9 points of slashing damage. Does it stop?
Yeah.
Though does the control over? In addition, till you drop to, or it does. Okay.
till I drop unconscious or he drops unconscious.
Okay. So basically, it's a fight to the death, or to the unconscious.
Exactly.
Yeah. So now everyone roll for initiative. At this point. Okay. Combat. Let's see.
Click my token.
Click.
God.
Click your
In,
token.
initiative.
20.
Oh,
Freaking all motherfuckers.
It's okay. It's better. It's better on
Oh,
initiative
I'm
rather
scared.
than other rolls. It's fine.
I was scared.
Yeah. It's fine. It's fine. All right.
Hate when Viking does that spooky shit.
I touched it and it just went off. I'm
Yes.
sorry. I'm trying to clean it, okay?
Every time I get
Every
scared. I
time.
hate it.
So on top of a round, Vorko, it's your turn. You don't have rage
So this is where everybody is,
at this
right?
time.
I guess I was standing right here if I was over him.
Yes.
Move around
I'm
him.
going to let's
Take it on the other side of him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna do my cold breath.
Actually, the
This
sword
way.
demands you to do swords attack, right? I believe the curse is
I
you
didn't-
have to end the life with the sword.
I don't
Yes.
think there was anything specific saying that, did it?
I will rule that it does
just said
because
that.
the sword spirits. It says in the description, the sword's vengeful spirits resides in the sword, so it will automatically want you to hit with the sword.
Okay.
So roll for attack on the great
I don't know why it's rolling so many damn dice.
So reckless attack. Do you rage before you do that?
Yeah, so I've been.
Okay.
Yeah, I would have re-raged.
Okay. What's the fatigue? Sorry, I'm just checking on the how the barbarians rage. I thought there's a fatigue status.
That's only if you're a berserker and you go frenzy.
Yeah. Anyway,
Normal barbarians don't get it.
okay. So, the weapon strikes true. As you smack down 12 points of slashing damage onto Mirko's body. A huge gashing wound splits out and blood's pouring out of his body. Yep. That will be the end of your turn, I believe. You use bonus action to
That was my
rage.
bonus action.
You use your action to attack, so
That's it.
All right. Next in line will be Viking. Viking, what would you like to do at this point?
Am I standing?
Yes.
Okay. So I am going to. Hold on. Sorry, didn't want to cough in the mic.
Yep.
I'm going to do inflict wounds on him.
Okay.
Um,
Go
Yep.
ahead and do that.
18
That's definitely a hit.
For 15 points of damage.
Okay. So
All right.
as the
All
great
right.
sword
All right.
smack down, as the long sword smack down, how much? 7, 1. Okay.
Just want to double check something as well.
I thought it's like plus the weapon attack, right? Inflict wounds.
No, it's
Unless
just
you
make
just
a
cast the spell.
It's okay.
Okay.
melee attack,
Mm-hmm.
so it's a touch. I just gotta see if I can do.
It's a touch spell, right? Let's see. Let's check your spell list. Inflict wounds.
It's touch.
Yeah, make a melee
says-
attack. Melee spell attack. Sorry. Yep.
Oh.
That's it.
And I am going to, since I've used my attack action,
Mhm.
I am going to use my bonus action to try and knock him prone.
Okay.
As a shield master, I can do that now.
Okay.
So it's a contest of strength, I believe.
Okay. So both
Which,
of you.
as a barbarian,
Yeah.
advantage. It's a consist of strength.
Yes.
I think it's either strength or athleticism.
Contest of strength. Let me check.
It's essentially grapple is what you
Mm-hmm.
grapple.
Usability. Advantage. Disadvantage.
190.
This is the shield master here.
Yep.
No backgrounds.
Oh.
Shield master. Let's see.
It's athletics.
Yeah.
It must make
You
a
make an
strength,
attack.
athletics, or a dex.
Yeah.
Um,
You can use a bonus
versus the
action.
other person's strength. So I had the option to use strength
Mhm.
or athletics.
Mhm.
Oh no, sorry.
Shield
The defender
master,
can
right?
use
Yes.
yes.
Bonus action to shove. Oh no, it's just a bonus action to try shove the shield master's AC.
But you can shove somebody prone.
Yeah.
If you read the description.
Mm-hmm.
So it's on 195. It's essentially grappling, but a target of your shove must be no more than one size larger than you.
Mm-hmm.
You must be within reach.
Yes.
Make a strength athletics check contest by the target's athletics or dexterity acrobatics.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
If you win the contest, you either knock prone or push 5 feet away from you.
So which one do you want to use? Just strength or athletics?
It's athletics versus his athletics or acrobatics.
Whatever is easier. What is better for me?
Yeah.
Yes. Do
Essentially.
you have advantage on that?
Yep. I have advantage.
No, I
On
mean
mine.
Viking.
I don't.
Okay.
I do not.
Okay. So as you try to shove him away, he stands firm. Your shield bashes onto his body. He won't budge.
That's fine.
That will be the end of your.
That's my
turn.
turn.
Blink.
Now will be Tully's turn. Tully, what would you like to do? You just saw your friend
Alright.
getting cut.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna move around here and take a swing. God damn it.
Okay. So go ahead. All right.
Mm-mm.
So the first attempt is
Too many people.
not really good. The tiny vision of the tunnel makes it harder to hit. Well, not hitting Viking. So yeah, the first one fails.
Yeah.
Roll for a second.
Alright. Left hand, let's go.
Okay,
Hey.
that's definitely
There
a
you
hit. Roll for damage. So the baton, as it rolls backwards, it
So
stuck
that's-
into your back, Vorkol. as the-
13
so
minus
13 damage.
13 halved.
13 points of
What is that halved?
Uh,
13?
yes.
13 halved would be 6. Yeah.
6. Half down to
Okay.
6. Yes. Because you're raging, you have resistance. So yeah. Alright.
Wow, that didn't date for whatever reason.
That will be the end of your turn, I believe. Okay. Now will be Rainey's turn. Rainey, what would you like to do at this point?
Where can I? So this is where they're positioned.
Yeah. This is where you place yourself, I believe. So.
No, like, is this where Vorko's positioned right now? Actually.
He's
Yeah.
positioned. Yeah, he's positioned here. So
Uh,
you get a
can I,
clear shot at him.
can I actually move this to here, or
Yeah, you can. It's just that if you pass through him, he will get an opportunity attack on you. If you wish to do that, you can do that. Or you can use your action to completely disengage from him. That way you won't be able to get, like, he won't be able to attack you, but you won't be able to do anything as well.
I'm going to hold out my hand to Vorkol, and I'll say like, Vorkol, stop attacking us and be our friends. And as I say that, I'm going to cast suggestion.
Okay. You have suggestions. All right, that will be the. Hold on. Let me check.
Click on the spell card
Yep.
so we can see it.
Just click on the spell card suggestion. Let's see. Suggestion. Oops. Sorry. Suggestion. Yep. I clicked it for you, so I believe. Yep. Okay. Creatures can be charmed or immune. Blah blah blah. Okay. Your DC is 14, so
14, yeah.
yeah. So
Wisdom save.
Wisdom save. Vorkol, roll for a wisdom save. And he automatically succeeded. Yeah, you see the raging, glowing eyes as he like looks at you and shooks off the effect. Well, for you, your wild magic kind of reattached to yourself. It hasn't been gone off for a while. However, this weird environment kind of altered the effect in a way. So you let's see. The original effect should be you realize that if you die within the next minute, you immediately come back to life, as if cast by reincarnate spell. However, the environment kind of altered the effect, like I said. In that case, I'm gonna roll for. Let's see, D100. Okay. Interesting.
Rolled twice.
Yeah, as the sheer force coming off of Rani's hands, it pins you. Roll for a strength save, or dex save. Depends on how you want to fight this sheer force, Vorkal.
Oh, wait, what is it?
It's a
The
sheer
strength save for
strength save or dex save. Either you want to leap off the way or you want to fight it. Okay.
25.
Yeah. So
Crit never.
there's the
Natural
force
20.
is not strong enough to pin you to the wall. So yeah. That will be
Is that something that would be considered an attack though?
No, it's more like an effect, an area effect that coming off of his hand. It doesn't do damage. Instead, it kind of incapacitate. Like kind of what's the word? Incapacitate? Yeah, I think I'm saying it right the first time. It kind of pins you to the wall and makes you unable to move. It reduces your speed to 0 if it takes effect. However, your strength save is strong enough to push it off. That will be the end of Rivani's turn.
As I realized that my suggestion spell didn't work, and that ended up being like a blast of force instead, I tried to call out to the other guys
Okay.
here, and it's help! Vorkal's gone crazy. We need someone to pin him down or something.
Okay. That will be the end of your turn as you yelled for crying out for help. And now it's Hamura's turn. Hamura, what would you like to do at this point? You see your friend seems to be attacked by.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Vorkal. Yes.
run up to Viking, cast Cure Wounds.
Okay. Use Cure Wound. Click on Cure Wound and let's see
Do
how
it
much
at
you do.
level 2.
Oops.
It's
It's
doing
okay. It's okay. I'm gonna...
It's doing the thing.
Yeah, I know, but it's fine because I'm gonna roll. Let's see. Whoops.
Is it just
Uh,
lagging or just not?
It just
Casting.
I think it
doesn't
just
take
froze
it,
as I
it's
was
been
trying to.
in-
Okay. All right.
Unless it's
I kind of lost
broken?
control over Firefox, so I'm kind of waiting for it to bounce back, and in the time I can't really control it. You know what? Just roll for 1d8. Yeah.
I am doing it at a higher level.
Yep. All right.
Not
It
that
was-
it
So
matters.
you place your hands on Viking, and as little as it might be, it still cures him of 4 points of damage.
Oh
yeah.
man.
You are healed
Heck
for
yeah!
4 points. Yes. All right. That will be your action, I believe.
Yep.
What's your? Do you have a bonus action you want to act, or?
No.
Okay. So that will be the end of your turn, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. That will be the end of your turn. Then let's move on. Come on, Firefox, don't fail me. Well, it's acting really weird right now. I can't click on anything. Anyway, I'm gonna just move this on by doing this. So the next in turn should be Vorko. However, the others seems to hear the screaming and they're coming forth. As Orlok, you heard, so all of you heard Orlok's voice saying, yelling in strange tune by saying, "Raw!" And that's the only tune he called out. But in a split second, all the ruins shines in bright light. So all of you make a wisdom save at this point to avoid being.
But I'm rolling so good.
All right.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Second one.
Yeah.
Hey,
Oh.
So,
Oh.
the bright light kind of shines into Vorko as well as Tali's eyes, as they are all blinded at this point. Yes.
What?
Oh shit.
The tunnel is filled with light. Yes. The DC is
Damn.
17, by the way.
I bet you're-
Yeah. So Amora barely, Riveni barely makes it. Yeah. The tunnel is shine in bright light as two of you are blinded at this point. But that's the only thing they can do from afar. So now will be Vorko's turn. What would you like to do? Hey, yes.
I say
Can I
that's
do my
not
cold
what I
breath?
meant.
I should be able to do my cold breath, right?
You don't know the direction, but you can. Well, at this point, you're still in control. No one knocks you off from the sword's control because you're still cursed. I would say you'll have to do the melee attack,
All right.
and you will have severe disadvantage. Oh, sorry, no, just disadvantage. Let's see.
It doesn't matter.
Blinded.
I'm attacking
But
the
you don't
target
know
that was still
who
in front of
you're
me.
attacking? Who are you attacking, by the way?
I was still attacking Viking because I knew where he was.
And creatures that attack have disadvantage. Okay, then in that case, your sword strikes true to Viking, dealing 15 points of damage,
15 damage.
and he's
And I'm
knocked-
down.
Yeah, he's knocked out at this point.
If only someone had healed him.
Yes, if only. If only. All right, so that will be your action. Do you like to move or use a bonus action?
Let me think. I don't think. Oh wait, as a bonus action, I can make another melee attack because he just dropped down to 0, right?
Well, Viking's dead.
Yeah.
Rip.
I'm gonna step over him
You use. Hold on.
because
let me
as
check.
because I have Great Weapon Master.
Barbarian.
Great Weapon.
I don't think that's the case. I'm gonna check. Rage.
Great Weapon Master.
Make a melee attack.
You reduce a creature to 0 hit points. You can make one melee attack as a
But
bonus
you can't
action.
see him. You don't know where he is.
You and I are still blinded. I mean,
Yes. So you're already blinded,
could I
so
make
you
a-
can't see him. I'll rule that at this point you can't move on to him because he falls onto the ground. You didn't know that. You will still be swinging in his original direction.
Not only that,
Okay.
but because you're blinded,
Yes.
you wouldn't know that I fell.
Yes, that's what.
That's
I meant.
true.
So you
That's
will
true. So I
you
guess
will
I'm
try
gonna
to
make another
swing-
weapon.
You will try to swing at the original direction where you think you hit something. However, this time
Yeah.
you miss. So yeah, because all the ability checks and any other stuff related to sights are automatically fail. So yeah, you smack your sword really hard into the walls, and I'm gonna roll for something. Okay, that's funny. Okay, nothing happens at this point. So yeah, moving on to Viking. Make a death save, and you succeed. Okay, that will be the end of your turn. Now it'll be Tolly's turn. Tolly, you are blinded. You can't see anything. You think you heard someone taking a really
Bad hit.
powerful hit. You heard the
Mhm.
sound of gore, like kind of gurgled voice. What would you like to do at this point?
I'm gonna do my best to remember where the hell vocal was, and
Okay.
I'll take the disadvantage at the attack.
The attack have disadvantage. Yes. So yeah, roll for attack.
Ping.
Oh boy, watch me fail miserably.
10. Yeah. So the attack, as you throw your baton, it hurls back to your hands. You think it doesn't hit. So roll for the offhand attack.
I struggle to learn from my mistakes.
So 17.
Oh,
This time, the baton feeds back like normally it would. Like the moment it hits a flesh, and it gives you the joyful feeling, and you're hit. Roll for damage. Okay.
I ignore the bonuses because it thinks it's rolling the crit.
Yeah.
So just the 7 and the 7.
So 7. Okay.
Oh,
14.
it's a 7.
So, yes, this time you think the baton actually does the job, and it's a 14. So it's definitely blind attack.
Well,
It's a 14.
reduced by half.
So 7. Yes. All right.
Yeah.
That will be the end of your turn, Tolly. Things. Yeah. And now it's Ravani's turn. Ravani, you see a bright light coming off from the wall. Your friend's being struck down. What would you like to do?
So Wyatt wasn't blinded, right?
No, you weren't. You were so close.
Right.
You weren't. Or you weren't.
I sort of like shout back and I'm like, that's not what I meant. And
That's the only thing I can do from this far. You heard Olar shout back.
Yo, do I hear Orlog?
You do, but the sword is still overpowering you. So
Well, no, because Viking already got reduced to 0, so and nobody's hit me since.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
yeah, true.
Can I use my mage hands to try and grab his sword?
You will have severe disadvantage because Mage Hand is not built for grabbing something heavy.
Can't like Mage Hand only like grabs things that are like 5 pounds?
Yes, it's like tiny. You can try
Like 5 pounds. It's
to
like
apply
5 pounds of
Mage
force.
Hand.
It can only like exert 5 pounds of force on something.
You can
it
try.
can't-
I will not rule out you can't. You can try, but you'll have
it
difficulty.
can't-
You can click on it. Click on the spell so it shows up so we can read it.
It can't carry more than 10 pounds.
Yeah. But I say you can try to use it to try to force the sword out of the way, or try to flip the sword out of one's hand. You can try to do that, but you'll have disadvantage because it's not built for doing that.
Okay.
Can I contest that with a strength check, or I guess
Yeah,
a strength
There
save?
will be a strength check.
Well, Forkel is still blinded though, right?
Yes.
But it's still like holding onto a sword.
Right.
Yep.
Well, I don't really want to kill him right away. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do for now.
Just do
But
it.
you're okay with him killing me. What the hell?
Just do it.
What the hell?
See how this works.
Just real quick and just say, if I die, don't worry about it.
This is gonna be that scenario in Suicide Squad where I literally get up and just punch Ravani, just like the first person I see.
Stand up, everything pauses, and you're like, I'm gonna go back to later.
Sorry, no, I'm just kidding.
What would you like to do? You don't have much time. I'll warn you.
I just said what I'm doing.
You can either attack him or try to avoid him or try to grab him.
Excuse
Any way
me.
you want. Or you can cast spells.
Well, no, like, did I not just say that I wanted to use like the mage hand thing, or?
Yeah, but
Yeah, you can do.
you never say
that.
I'm gonna do that because I was saying their disadvantage. You never say I'm gonna do that. So I thought you didn't
Okay,
want to do it. Then if you
I'm
if you're
gonna,
determined to do that, I will allow it. You can do that right now.
I'm gonna cast my mage hand to try and,
Okay.
I'll try and,
Okay.
to try and disarm him, I guess.
Okay.
So what would be the save? I guess, do I just roll a save and if it's good enough?
I'll apply his spell DC on the difficulty. So roll for a strength save.
Which I have advantage on because I'm a barbarian, but it's an
Yes,
8.
but it's an 8, and you failed. As unwilling as you are, the sword was flipped from your hand, and yeah, it just falls to the ground.
Oh my god, guys! You saved me. I'm a prince.
No, I'm kidding.
No.
I'm severely pissed off right now. Still.
Yeah. So yeah, your mage hand does help. And what would you like to do at this point? Do you have a bonus action you want to take, or do you want to move? Or that's it. That's the end of your turn.
I'm gonna move back and behind Tally in case
Okay.
he's still angry.
Okay. So you move backwards to hiding. Now it'll be Homura's turn. Homura, you see your friends down. You see the swords being like dropped. What would you like to do? This one. What would you like? To do?
Yeah. Let's see.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I need to take off the little status thing.
I'm gonna healing word Viking
Okay. Using your bonus action to heal him.
using my bonus action.
Okay.
I'm getting real mad.
So just a +1, right? Is how we're basing the heals off today.
No, it's not. It's not doing anything.
No, I'm
That's
kidding.
your part.
Actually, it might not be a bad idea.
Let's see. Why is it not?
It might be the macros just broken.
Yeah.
Okay. So you healed him for 4 points of healing.
So that brings me at just 4, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Spell casting ability modifier, that'll be 2. Okay. Yeah.
I was. And I'm gonna cast heat metal on the sword,
Okay.
since that seems to be a problem.
Okay. As you cast heat metal on the sword, you heard, like spiritually, you heard a loud scream coming off from the sword, as if
Oh, that's not
someone's
cool.
painfully, like someone's received some damage. Yep. And
Whoa.
that will be the end of your turn. Now will be Nine's turn as he tries to do. He sees you guys fighting Vorkol. He knows nothing, but he tries to help. So he's gonna do this. He's gonna attach both of his arms together and shoots out. He's gonna mark you with Hunter's Mark. And then attack. Come on, attack. Where are you? Okay.
This isn't the last time
Okay,
you've seen
so,
me, adventurers. No, I'm kidding.
You all see like blue lightnings coming off from his bracer. You think they are bracelet or like bracer or something, and then it shoots off onto Vorkol's body. Do you have cold resistance, right?
Yes.
Okay, then that doesn't help. All right, so the lightning crawls up to your body, dealing 7 points of piercing damage.
7 points of piercing damage?
Yes, and another D6. And another 4 points, so total of 11 points of damage.
I'm unconscious.
Yep. You're now unconscious. Okay. Yeah. And by the way, I'll be right back. Something just came up. Give me like 2 minutes. I'll be right back. Sorry about that.
Scheduled break time.
Hey, schedule break time.
So everyone got
Congratulations!
those new
You
characters
solved
rolled up?
my evil villain puzzle.
I had like one thing I wanted to do, and I was like, "Can I do it?" He's like, "No." Can I do it? I'm like, "No." You guys are all in a line, so I'm like,
I know,
Cobra.
right? Man, that would have been so good.
Cobra.
Oh, God. And because I'm blinded, I'm sure I won't be able to dex out of it. Goddamn. But you went down, thank God.
Fuck!
"No, you can't do that." I'm like, "Ah."
Would have been wicked cool. But hey. Kind
Everyone's
of glad
got
I'm
Yeah.
their
not dead.
everyone's got their next character rolled up, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. By the way, well, I have an idea for the next character. I'm okay with like remaining the rest of this session without a character. But again, I will say it is okay to kill me.
No, we're pretty chill. We're not assholes. You just kind of gonna be, yeah.
No, I'm
Now that-
telling you.
I mean,
Just so you know.
I'll spare the dying you, but I won't heal you.
No. You're just
Like,
gonna stay unconscious for the
You're
rest
not
of the
dead.
in a wagon.
All right.
So every time she does spare the dying, I punch you twice, and then let her do spare the dying.
Oh, man.
That went as about as expected.
I'm back. Sorry about that. A package just came.
Nice.
That will be how much did you reduce, by the way? Halved, right? So you take.
Yeah, I
5 points,
have.
it's a
Well, I
minus
have the
4.
piercing damage
Yes. So
because you said you said 7 points of piercing damage,
Yes.
and then
so total.
I guess
of
I'm
11.
guessing it was 4 points.
So yeah, a total.
Wait, what was the other?
The hunter's mark.
Was it
He marked you.
okay?
Yes.
Wait. Yeah. Either way, it would have been reduced me to 0.
Yes. I'm just saying it's now -4. So
Wait, isn't it just 0?
no. It's a minus.
If you get reduced
before
to 0, it just goes.
Yes, before you go
That
for
hunter's
the
mark
first
damage
save.
Oh, is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Don't worry.
It's a -4 because you were attacked over the limit. But if you use the first death save, it'll just go to 0 unless someone keeps attacking you. I'm just making a marker in case someone going to attack you repeatedly. Just saying.
Right.
All right, you're all
Uh,
out of
okay.
combat at this point, and
But
you see, well, definitely the blinded is like gone now because you're down.
Oh, thank God.
Yep.
I'm just standing there like,
Somebody
"Guys."
pick up the sword. I
Yeah.
dare you.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna spare the dying on Warful real quick.
Okay.
Fucking.
that just stabilizes me, right?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
just stabilized,
Yeah.
so you're back to 0.
You're still unconscious.
You're still unconscious at this point. And
for
Viking
another
is back.
what was it?
And you still hear the sword screaming off in the off to
Yeah.
the side.
No one touched that.
Yeah, no one is
Okay.
gonna touch that.
Don't touch
Orlok
that.
is actually gonna move over and pull out like a fishing rod, kind of off his pocket. Makes you wonder what he plans on using that, where he plans on using
Yeah.
that. And he's
What are you
like,
doing?
Yeah, he's like swinging it in the air and grab to the great sword and pull it, and just kind of drags it all the way. He says, I know a good plot. I know a specific spot where we can dump this, whatever this is.
I was gonna study it, but okay.
Oh, if you wish to study it, it's fine. I'll just.
I just
leave
want
it.
to see what's going on with it, but you know, if you want to.
Please, somebody look at it.
Yeah, if
For my
I were
sake.
you, I wouldn't want to touch it, but well,
I didn't
go
say.
ahead. And he drops the sword in front of you, Hamura.
I'm gonna heal myself with lay on hands
Okay.
for 20 points.
Okay. So you're healing.
And I stand up.
Yeah. And yeah. What would you like to do at this point?
I'm gonna inspect the sword.
Okay.
And
The sword.
I'll inspect the sword as well.
Okay. Roll for Arcana check to see if you know anything, or investigation to see if you notice anything
So-
on the sword.
Nope, they're both terrible. Oh yeah!
Hello.
Yeah.
Cool.
I look to Ravani
Can I-
and I'm like, I need the bag of holding now.
Can I explain it?
Sure. If you want to, go ahead.
So the sword is a sword of vengeance, but it's something that is more. It's a modified version of the sword of vengeance, where the spirit within is tied to Vorkul's ancestry, spirits of his family, of warriors, and that have been passed down. So
All right.
seasoned warriors are trapped inside the sword.
Okay.
I just toasted them a little.
Yeah. So you not only notice that, but you also think that this is caused by some kind of ritual that goes long in the barbarian tribe. And the only way to break that is to cast Remove Curse on the sword. And in that
To be
case,
breaking my tradition.
in that way, or cast
Might have to level up
Banishment
for that.
on the sword spirit. So if in that case, the spirits will go back to where they belong, and the sword becomes a +1 weapon with no other properties. That's all you know.
I look to Ravani. I'm like, I need the bag of holding.
Oh,
I'm gonna poke it
okay.
with my fake hand.
and I'll hand over the bag of holding to Viking. And
So
I
as Rumani hand over Viking the bag of holding, Hamura is actually gonna poke it with her metallic arm. Nothing really happens though.
Ting, 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 ting,
I-
ting.
I asked like if Viking's if like are you okay? You really took a big beating back there.
This is not the first time I've seen death's doorstep and had to be forced to come back.
So as
Oh,
you guys were
say
talking,
so.
Hamura, you think that every time you poke the sword
It's
gets
his ancestors.
less, like the light originally, the red light is glowing like burning metal. Like, although there has some effect with the heat metal spell you put it on.
Oh yeah, I turned that
Yeah.
off.
Yeah, the red is still like obscenely like glowing. However, every time you poke onto the sword, the light glows darker and darker and darker until it kind of just dies entirely.
So I
But
start
before-
stripping
Yeah, but
Vorkul
for
to
anyone,
like naked.
okay.
Oh, do you
Alright.
you want to
So
know?
Viking,
Do you
as
take
you're
everything off?
as you are stripping down Vorkul, you notice that Hamura's arm is glowing like in white color, like in bright kind of like white-ish light. Yeah.
Okay, I see that, and my instinct is, okay, I pull out my rope and start tying, like, I'm like, fuck, we need to tie her off again. Like, as soon as she starts glowing, it's
yeah,
like,
but it's not
Holly,
her
here you go.
entire body this time.
Good things happen when I glow. Leave me alone.
yeah, but we can keep you on a leash at least. Like,
Nice. Yeah. The thing about that is it's only her arm. It's unlike any other time you see her glowing full like spectral light like shape. But it's only her arm this time. It doesn't look as crazy as before. You feel like it's probably some kind of ruin that interact with the sword somehow. And it kind
at least
of
tie off her
suppressed-
arm.
Yeah.
It's
that's
like-
right. You still
Stop.
So
ties her
wait?
up.
Did you take everything off of me?
I'm, like, stripping you absolutely naked because I think you're psychotic.
Okay.
And I'm
Okay,
gonna
so
tie
that-
you. like
That means
before you
That means I'm not.
everything.
I ain't smart no more.
Yeah. So yeah, Viking, as you strip down like vertical, you notice that there's a weird headband-like stuff. As you take it off, you kind of feel like some power coursing through your palms as you take it off.
I'm like with like 2 fingers. I'm just gonna put that in the bag of holding. Just like drop it in like it's poisonous
Okay.
or stinky diaper. Just like bloop.
Okay, you drop it into the
Oh
bag.
my
of
god, who's
holding.
cycling through my page?
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that will be it. What would you guys like to do at this point?
I'm tying him up.
Okay. So you tie up Vorkol. Do you tie up Hamura as well?
I'm just gonna sit by him and like, what's going on? What the hell is
Keep an eye on
this?
her.
Just glowy. It happens sometimes.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
I don't.
I'm
It's
Really
fine.
didn't need to check that out.
Alright.
I start
Go
like
check it out. I made it.
I start like poking at the glowing arm, trying to figure out why it's
Why
glowing.
it's glowing? The thing
Yeah.
about that is, Hamura, you notice that it glows in the same type of ruin that that was glowing on the wall a while back. By the word of law. You notice that because during your time forging the arm, you took a lot of reference from the past dwarven lore and how your magic system, the whole runic kind of Asian part. So you might have put something inside the arm that kind of does a similar effect to that. So it's just that it somehow activates itself. That's the weird part. Okay.
Hey guys, don't look. Draw.
I'm playing
Okay,
it.
as you speak the word again, nothing happens.
It kills everyone.
Nothing happens. It's still glowing. Nothing really happens. And then, Hamura, you heard Orlog saying from afar. The pronounce to, if you want to let it die down, the pronunciation should be Shrok. And as he says the word, the light just dies off.
Oh.
That's weird.
Yep. So what's the sleight of hand for? You're trying to steal her arm?
It's attached.
Oh my god.
What a hand for?
What a
Nothing?
handful of situation.
Oh, he's whispering.
You're
It's okay.
as a character, you don't know, okay?
Yeah, you, as in character, Virgo has no idea because now you're unconscious. No one's gonna heal you, so
Oh yeah,
you'll
I'm sure.
need a long rest to get back on your feet, to get back to consciousness.
You just put something in your butt. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so Orlog comes over to Virgo and spits on him and says, I
Unnecessary.
paid you with the extra amount. I follow up my side of the bargain, and I researched
You also
the
tracked him
hell.
down here to die.
Dude, we will knock your ass out too.
Yeah.
Why?
Because you're an asshole. And that's what
Yeah.
we do
What
to
have I done
assholes.
to you?
You blinded me for starters, so get the hell
Well,
out.
Good thing is he's blinded as well. I'm sorry if you're not prepared, but that's the last thing I can do to help from afar.
He was only trying to help.
Fully understood. Still mad as hell.
Nice.
Listen, you brought the dangerous berserker dragonborn in the first place. I
Then
have
you
a laundry list of why that was a bad idea.
Several times.
In
You lied
my
to me.
defense-
While we're here,
In my defense, I didn't know he was such a crazy ass doofus. I mean, at first I thought he was just some worker for hire, you know, adventurer for hire, that kind of stuff. He doesn't show any sign of aggression. I don't know. I thought he was fine.
All right. So he's fine. Go have a look at that chalice on the ground over there, if you could.
Hey, you touch it.
I wouldn't touch that if I were you. That's the first thing I know when I search the ruins. You see,
I'm gonna go over to the chalice.
Hold me off, if you wouldn't mind.
I have no idea what you're talking about. That fucking chalice is awesome. That shit, you just need to have a few drinks and like grab hold, and you go on the fucking amazing trips.
Oh, jeez.
I'm gonna go over to the chalice and poke it with my fake hand.
oh,
Think.
the chalice?
Alright,
Hamura?
what are you doing?
Okay.
Oh
Look,
god.
it might work.
Hamura
I don't
lays
know.
her not glowing hand anymore onto the chalice, something kind of blocks in the way. Hamura. You notice that as you try to put your finger on top of the chalice, there's kind of a dim light that kind of shines between you and the chalice, and you don't think you can poke it.
Well,
I think your hand is saving you from terrible decisions.
I think so too. I just wanted to see what would happen.
Do you continue
It's
to
good.
press on, Hamura?
The hand of responsibility.
Oh. Plus one hand of responsibility.
Wait. I want to come over to Hamura and do like that scene from Ghost and like put her hand, my hand on top of hers, and just like try and touch the chalice together.
Look, not letting me.
Be like, I'll help you, dear.
I
You
just
let him, Hamura?
Sure, let's do it.
As Viking's hand press onto your palms
Tink.
and you push onto the chalice, both make a wisdom
Whoopi
save.
Goldberg shows up. It's like, what the fuck?
Both of you make a wisdom save. Viking, this time you have advantage.
Oh my
I don't know
god.
why, but you have advantage. Hamura, no.
Yep.
Both of you.
We fucked up. We fucked up.
Both of you frozen in place. You're now paralyzed, and you can't do shit. That
Do
is
I
amazing.
see this happen?
You heard.
My last thought is like, this was a bad idea.
Yeah, last
On.
thought. That's a bad idea. And you all
I just-
heard 1,000 souls crying, singing in a tune that's so damned you can't bear to rethink it. Yeah. you
And
just
they're all
frozen in
going,
place.
why did you do that?
We didn't tell you to touch it.
Is everybody hearing that? Or?
We thought you'd take the hint the first time.
Nice. Rainy, what were you trying to say? Sorry.
I see them do that, right?
Mm-hmm.
As I see that, I just feel like, oh, for Pete's sake, I sort of just walk over to
Try to
Goes
Goes over
separate
and
them?
touches it.
walk over to like who's
Everyone
which,
just leaves.
who's the
Permanently leaves the campaign.
sorry who's
I'm out.
was it work?
Yeah, so what are you
I
trying
walk
to
over
do?
to
Do you walk towards Hamura and Viking, right?
no, I walk towards
Yeah, that's
Wait,
where
sorry.
they are. That's where they're holding the chalice at this point.
like,
So,
Like in the image that was just linked.
uh,
Oh my god, that was funny.
I don't know if I want to click on it. I don't know if my life needs
It's
this.
hilarious. It is so funny.
like well, I'm walking over to work right now to ask him something. So
Oh, that was good.
just sit tight for a minute.
uh-huh. What do you do? Manny, what do you do?
I started asking like, is that no, sorry, not Oracle. The dwarf who hired
Or like,
who's the dwarf who hired him again?
Orlog.
Warlock. Yeah.
Or like, I walk over to Orlog and I sort of
Okay.
ask like, I think Oracle's sword was acting really funny back there. Do you think that might have been the cause of them going all berserk like that?
Not really. You know, the chalice only. They don't like being touched. Let's put it this way. The souls in there, they yearn for an escape, and they will do whatever they can to get into a new body. However, the bond is strong. It was strong, and yeah, they were, according to the lore I read on the walls, research, and all that kind of stuff. Apparently, they were like a clan that was here, including their king serving the powerful being, and somehow along the way, they were enslaved of sorts, and eventually, the soul chalice kind of captured them and kind of trapped them for eternity, and that's what I know.
So you mean the souls in that chalice might have made them act like that?
Yeah, that might explain why they are frozen in place. That's the sign of the souls trying to replace the original owner by getting into the body whoever touched it. Well, at least
And
I
in the
assume
background,
that.
Talia is gonna flick it off with the baton.
Okay.
Just
I heard something necromancy about that thing.
The thing about flicking your baton on the
Can
chalice.
I go back to where Humber and Viking are now?
Yeah, but Tully will go first because she said
Yeah,
she's gonna
yeah.
do something.
Yeah, well,
I'll go back to
it's-
you later. Don't worry, I'll go back to you
Yeah,
later.
well,
Sorry.
actually, yeah.
Okay, so
I'm just here to
Tully,
make that decision.
as your
Yo.
baton flip off the chalice, you notice that the baton itself kind of gives you a feedback of an actual something that comes along in the way. You feel that,
Well, fuck.
yeah, you feel like the baton kind of sucks up something that is so satisfying.
Oh
You
no.
heard the voice speaking to you. The first voice,
Fucking
the
shit.
first voice is Master. Yep.
Talia's just like, nope.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drop my
Throws the
baton
baton.
and just be like, nah.
The baton,
No.
as you dropped it into the floor for a second, and then it goes back to your palm.
Oh no.
Yeah, and it says, Master. Yeah, it just keeps saying the word Master. And for about a few seconds later,
Fucked up real bad.
it says another word. I want food. There's food.
Oh,
Food on the ground.
no.
Let me feed,
Mm.
please.
Mm.
Yeah.
Everybody else is saying, I'm just standing there going, no, no,
Yeah.
no,
No.
no.
Yeah. So after what happened to Hamura and Viking, now Tali is acting weird. Yeah. So as you were talking to the baton, Viking and Hamura roll for a wisdom save, and we'll go back to Rainy. What were you trying to do?
So wait. I am going to intentionally fail. Like, I'm not trying to break off from it.
Mhm.
I'm trying to fucking like impart
Just
my
trying to keep
will
my
onto
hand
the
on it.
fucking thing. But I want to I'm trying to inflict my
Doesn't work anyway.
presence onto the fucking thing. I want to try and control it
Okay.
because this is my first rodeo.
I'm stuck
Okay.
there anyway. It's fine.
You're still stuck. The thing about stucking in place is, this time, you're not only paralyzed, you're incapacitated. So, yeah. It doesn't really feel any difference, but you're now incapacitated. As for Viking, roll for a wisdom save and then a wisdom check. You have
21.
advantage on wisdom save, so 21. And wisdom check.
16.
Wisdom check.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Yeah,
Check.
just plain wisdom check. Okay.
8.
You try to bring out your essence onto them. The thing is, you're not incapacitated. However, the souls doesn't seem to really talk to you. They just keep seeing the same old tomb over and over and over. It almost drives
That
you
same
nuts.
old?
Yes. And Rivani, what were you trying to do?
Right now I'm trying to get a better look at this thing, trying to figure out if there's a way to just destroy or dispel this thing.
Okay. Do you have dispel magic or anything like that?
Nope.
Okay. Then do you wish to cast it?
I said that I didn't have it.
Oh, you didn't have
You
it.
didn't have it. Sorry, I heard that you do. So okay.
No.
So what are you trying to do here at this point?
Uh, mm, uh, can I? Oh.
Oh yeah, by the way, Viking had when he pulled out all this stuff, he found a sketch of a person.
Yeah.
Uh,
Viking doesn't really care because he puts
Viking didn't
everything
care. He was just like,
of your belonging into the bag. He's just not gonna take a second look. Rainy, come
fair
on.
enough.
Any action is better than none.
can I use my I'm gonna try and use my mage hand again to try and like
Flip it off their
try and
hand.
see if I can. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That.
You use your mage
We
hand
can maybe
to
that.
try to contest their save. Roll me a strength check.
Right.
For
Strength check?
Yes, just a pure strength check.
That's with my own strength, right?
Yes, just click on your strength
Right.
and let's see how it
Right.
is. Okay, 11. So
Mm.
you tried really hard with your mage hand. The damn thing just won't budge. And at this moment, roll me a wisdom save.
Touching it with a cash? No, that's not.
No, you don't know what the effect is. I haven't told you yet. Just roll a wisdom save.
Okay.
I'll tell you what the results are.
Okay.
Okay. So
Of course.
with that, you think your mage hand is acting wonky at this point. For a second, you think you still got it, and then it's off control. And all of you who are still awake, you see the glowy hand just flows off into the distance.
What the hell?
Bye.
And you heard the sound of saying,
Viking goes,
I'm finally free.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yep.
Wait,
I just
Hold the mage hand?
dumbfounded at the mage hand that's just flying away
Yep.
and I looked I turned the tie and started saying, well, I tried.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hamura, what are you going to do? Oh, sorry. Tali, what are you going to do? Hamura.
I just
Yeah, Hamura and Viking, make me a second wisdom save.
Let's do it! No!
No!
Alright. This time.
Oh no.
Oh no, this is bad. This is really bad.
this is a TPK, guys. TPK.
Yeah, here we go.
So
Fucking cup!
Yeah.
I thought I passed the paralysis part.
Yeah, you passed the paralysis part, but you haven't take your hands.
I'm not.
off the
I'm not.
paralysis.
No. I'm.
I know,
fucking-
he's still
this is
acting
like
like
riding a
he's
bull.
paralyzed.
Yeah.
Like
so,
I'm like there with my hands closed or my eyes closed. I'm like,
So that's the thing. You'll
Being
have
weird
to,
and
because
touching
your hand is still on the fucking thing.
fine, okay.
Yeah, bam. This time.
That's my third wisdom.
You can break it anytime you want it.
Yeah, this time.
Oh,
For Hamura, let's go with Hamura.
no.
Hamura, you feel your consciousness is fading away.
Cool.
Oh
And
my
for
God.
others, you see
Roll's that
blue,
new character right
like,
now.
her pupils turn blue, and you see her robotically taking her arm off the chalice.
I stop giving a damn. I'm knocking that thing away.
Okay.
I don't care if I absorb another cell. Fucking A.
Bye, nerds.
Okay.
I'm like, no.
Yeah.
This is like
For
riding a
Viking,
ball.
He actually grabs on tight. Tully, do you wish to knock it off of his hands?
The chalice is getting sent to the moon.
Okay, go roll for it. Roll a strength check. Viking, roll a strength save.
Oh, I failed.
Okay.
This is me we're talking about.
Oh,
Wait.
no!
I would say because it's a
That one, does that-
because it's an automatic one, it doesn't really matter how much you plus on it.
Yeah.
It's automatic
Oh,
fail.
man.
So Tolly, you think the damn thing just kind of takes root on Viking's hand for a split second, and then it's off. It just bounces.
It just goes-
bounces in midair.
He's like,
It flips slow
I'm right.
motion for a sec, and then it falls right back into where it originally was. No damage done. Just
Worst
falls
game of
back.
Flipkart.
However, for those of you who notice, Hamura is walking away.
Oh no.
Bye, nerds.
I'm running.
These guys.
I'm running.
it should mean the token. You.
Yes.
I'm outie.
Hamura.
I'm not paralyzed,
No, you're
right?
not. And the thing you notice that is, you think you were talking to Hamura in the chalice.
I look at Tali. I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like, I'm like, I was.
And
I
then
da-
Hamura starts walking away. You think you
We
sense
are running and talking. We are just like cussing at each other. Like, what the shit is this?
The last thing Viking heard me say was, "We fucked up." Oh,
I love it.
Oh, nice.
oh.
So, Hamura, because you were on the other side of Vorkol, that means you'll have robotic you will step over Vorkol. Vorkol, roll me a death save.
Wait, wasn't I stabilized?
Yes, you were stabilized, but this is for a completely different reason.
I'm sucking the soul out of you, nerd.
Okay.
Fail!
You note, for all of you, you notice that Vorkol actually stands back up. He's also glowing in blue in his pupil, and he also starts walking away.
I'm the Pied Piper now.
Didn't like him bind him, so he's kind of like rolling?
Yes,
Stop
he,
rolling away.
he stands up and tries to walk. However, the bind on his ankle makes him fall, and he starts wiggling away like a worm.
So
Just inchworming.
Yes.
Like in the most intimidating way possible, he was just like,
did I put two and two together that I think, like, since I know what this item is, that's maybe not Hamura?
Yep.
I want to try using
Okay.
control undead.
Okay. To your answer, Alex, nope, he's not.
Okay.
For Viking, roll, cast a spell. Let's see how.
I gotta figure out. I don't know if I have a spell
Undead.
card
Do
for
you
that.
have the spell? Hold on, let me check.
No, it's my Pally
Oh,
ability.
okay,
It's a
yes.
channel divinity.
Oh right, control undead. Okay. Okay. Wisdom save.
Watch, this is the only time that you'll do really well on your wisdom saves.
Mm-hmm.
No. I'm actually the one doing the wisdom save, so yeah.
Because, undead's very smart.
And
They're
you
quite
think,
wide.
which one do you target? Which one do you target?
Hamura.
Hamura. You think
I mean, obviously.
Hamura pause for a second. And then she starts walking again. They're walking extremely
undead,
slow.
y'all.
Like normally
I look
a
at
5 foot
Tony-
square will take you what? Like a second? But for them it's like Nope. I'm taking eternity in walking. It's
Do we skip them or do we follow them?
yeah. So they only
Involve-
move away about 5 feet at this point toward from you guys. At this point,
I look at Tali. I'm like, I fucking told you to tie her, like put a leash on her. I fucking called it. Like, why do you guys not listen to me? Like,
I
this
didn't
is
know.
exactly
You were
why.
the one with the rope and the dragonborn. I was a little bit
Like-
busy.
What the hell?
You're the one who pushed my hand onto it. This is indirectly your fault too.
true. Mikey, as you were casting control undead, you notice on the back of your mind, you think something is yelling in the chalice. Hamura, you think for a second you're still yourself, but then you saw a bunch of your
I'm a cup
clients
now.
surrounded at a fireplace. They all look weirdly real to you. However, there's a sense of displacement, imbalance for all of them. They were talking about children, they were talking about their king. Most of all, they were talking about their god. And it's no god you've ever heard of before. And every time you try to recall his name, it just slips from your mind. They keep saying the word, but not only does it mean gibberish to you, you find yourself can't pronounce it. You find yourself unable to remember it. However, you do know it is something they worship. Do you start talk to them, or do you just sit there with them?
I'm gonna try to talk to like the nearest person, and if that doesn't work, I'm just nope.
You see a guy with golden beard, with one arm of like axe, the other arm as a pickaxe. He kind of like sat there, like sadless, like kind of a sad emotion coming off of his expression. As you were, what do you try to say to him at this point?
I'm just gonna try to get his attention and be like, "Hey, can you hear me?" Like,
We can all hear each other. He just
oh
respond to you,
shit.
And for when you talk to him, all the others suddenly stops talking, and they all look towards you, Hamura. It's all eyes on
no.
you situation.
Oh no.
And then a dragonborn pops in.
Yeah.
Where is here?
Afterlife? No. Probably worse. Our own personal hell. He continues with a sad tone. This is what we get for trusting the wrong one.
Who was that?
As you were saying this, actually, yeah. Alex, at this point, okay. As you were saying, who is that? You see, kind of a portal opens up in front of you, and with a loud scream, that sounds horrifying. You see part of an essence being spit out of the portal, and it quickly reshape into the form of a dragonborn. And you see Oracle standing in front of you, bare naked. And weird thing about that is there's a string coming off from his back of his head, linking directly into the portal.
Hey, I'm gonna
Oracle,
try to
you
maintain eye contact.
Virgo, you don't
Just-
notice the string at all,
Oh.
but you feel something. Your connection to your ancestors is ever so weakened. Like you haven't felt this for your entire life. You completely
Where
lost
am I?
whatever you all have.
I'm
between
gonna look
yourself
at,
and them.
Amora and just say,
You, where are we?
Oh no! I think I'm in a cup.
God Dwarves.
And as you say, fucking dwarves, Vorko, all the attention shifts towards you. There are about a few hundreds or so staying on the fireplace, and they all stares directly at you. The
Alright.
most horrifying thing is, some of them don't have their face.
Ooh,
It doesn't phase me. I guess I'm gonna try and see like that feel like for that string, I guess.
Yes. As you put your hands on the back of your skull, you feel a slight calling from your grandfather.
Grandpappy?
No.
No.
But it's only so faint. You knew that your grandfather died on a battle between the army and the outsiders, as they tried to fought them off for invading their home, and he died with honor. He died a hero. However, with your ancestral ritual, he didn't go to the same spot your ancestors should be. That's the first thing you notice. Like before that, you can only reach to you can't reach your father, because somehow the cloaked figure took his soul away. So that's the missing part. And your grandfather, for some reason, also is missing for no reason. Usually,
That's disturbing.
Usually a brave spirit like his should be going to the same space. Should be going to the totem.
Yeah.
Yes, but he was missing until now. Yeah.
Can I? Oh. Can I investigate? Well, I guess that's weird.
Insight, actually.
Yeah, I guess insight. Oh, please be good.
Okay, so you sense him calling towards you. The word saying, "Go back. Do not linger." That's all he says.
Wise man. I turn around and I go back, I guess.
As you're trying to go back, a dwarf suddenly stands right in front of you guys and says, "You're no dwarf. We got companies!" And all of a sudden, they went from expressionless to frenzy. And they all start jumping on you, Vorko.
whoa, can I put my hands up and be like, whoa, calm down, guys.
Well,
I'm a dwarf.
Hamura, they're not jumping on you for some reason.
I know,
Yeah,
but they're still
all
freaking
jumping
me out.
on Vorko. They're like piling him up at this point.
Is it like a friendly pile or is it aggressive?
It's
When
like
do dwarves
I'm gonna
ever friendly
smother
pile?
you with my body kind of pile.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
I'm gonna
Can I-
start trying to pull them off because
yes,
I
this
don't know
part
any of these
aside,
things.
Viking and Tolly, you guys see that they start walking faster and faster at this point.
We're gonna be one of those
No.
running zombies.
Okay.
I'm like Ravani. No. This is my
You
world
wish me to
with
stop.
spirits and stuff. Like, you kill that, you kill Hamura likely.
It's fine.
If you don't do it delicately with like a big sword.
You heard Nine saying from afar, "Do you wish me to stop them?"
Do you
Yes,
have a
please.
spell undead by chance?
I have just the spell for that. And he
Can
rolls.
I say
off
yes,
his
please,
rapier.
if you can.
Okay. And he shoots a string bolt of lightning towards Hamura.
That's not what I meant.
And it splits.
What the fuck, people?
Yeah, the lightning.
I'm
actually
hurtling over like,
splits.
oh god.
Yeah.
No.
The lightning
Oh,
actually
no.
splits into 5 piercing arrowhead, and landed on their body.
I'll hold them.
Okay. The thing
Start of
about that
initiative,
is
let's
You don't see.
finish this.
The thing about that is you don't see any physical damage on top of them. However, the light glowing in their eyes kind of faints a little bit. Whatever he does, he seems to take an effect because it actually paused them. The lightning breaks off into like a web shape and kind of stuck them in place. Yeah. And Nine turns to you and says, this should keep them up for a while, like steady for a while.
Okay.
This will not last though.
What was it?
It's a staring arrow, like a gift
Okay.
from my creator. It has the ability to trap essence in place. Well, he originally designed it to have me trapped in place. I guess that would,
He's a bastard. A useful bastard, but still a bastard.
yes.
Alright. Jesus, what do we do with them now?
So our best bet, I think, is first off leashing Hamura.
Okay.
Step one. Let's put a leash on her.
Vorkol's
Just-
body
Enough leashing.
is tied up at this point, but he's still using his chin. So, with your knowledge,
Barbarian
why don't you
chin.
tie
It's like
him
the most
up
aggressive
against
thing.
Something, like a pillar or something like that, to keep them both in place. Orlok says he leans towards Hamura actually, and put his hand on her cheek and check both of her pupils, and says, "This is bad. This is really bad.
Yeah, no shit.
The spirit came out. They took hold of their body.
How do we get rid of it?
Yeah, what do we do
Give me
to
my book.
Let's go.
fix them?
Give me my book." You notice that he's mentioning the book Vorko once took from him. I need
I
my
took a book
notes.
from him?
Mikey, you got a book in the bag?
Oh, sure. And I like start rifling through the bag. It wasn't in the inventory that I was given, so
So you just picked the book. When you think of it, you just took out the book you saw earlier in. What would you like to do? You toss it back?
I lost my toilet paper and I throw it back at him.
Okay. Seriously?
Oh,
no.
Seriously? For knowledge that could
I
save
know,
a life,
that's
that's
in the
toilet
back of my
paper
mind.
to
I'm like-
you?
Just lost my toilet paper. Shit.
He just rifles through the page like it was no tomorrow. Is like, oh shit, I knew it should be somewhere. Oh, it should be here. Sure. Oh, okay. So the ritual says we need the Grail of Redemption, whatever that is.
The blood of an innocent.
The
Grand.
Grail of Redemption, whatever that is, and we need to siphon the essence of. There's no marking. I assume usually this means the unknown being, but there's no ritual in summoning him. That's what I need to know. Fuck. And he just darts off into the distance towards this direction. I knew it's here. It's somewhere here. And he just runs off. Yep.
I will follow him. I will
Yeah,
escort him and prevent him from stacking into any more traps.
Okay.
I'm following right after them.
Okay. So
And I sort of tell,
yeah.
I tell them like into come on, we got.
Okay. So both of you follow them as Viking. What would you like to do?
I'm like still looking at the chalice. Like
Still trying to put your hands. Okay, go ahead. Like there's no one stopping you.
I'm-
If you wish to,
No.
you can go ahead and do that.
I want to take out my bag, like my normal bag,
Mhm.
and see what happens if I like put it inside the bag.
Normal bag. Okay. So
Yeah, like my
you-
explorer's pack.
Yes. So you take out the explorer's pack, and you try to bag the chalice.
Like without touching it, I'm like,
I
you know how you would, yeah.
Yeah. So you successfully put it in the bag, and it's in the bag.
I cinch it up tight and I put it in the bag of holding.
Okay.
When nobody else is looking, I'm like,
Okay. So as you try to put it in, you successfully put the bag in. However, to your surprise, the chalice actually goes back to where it was. The moment you're trying to put it into the bag of holding, it just goes back.
I don't approve of this. Shenanigans.
Shenanigans. Yes.
Oh, shenanigans.
So,
I want to wear it as a hat
Nine
now. A
yells
new
out
crown.
and says, "I don't think I can keep them any longer. You got approximately 4 minutes."
Oh, well, I'll. Yeah, I'm like, here's some rope. Like anything that I have left
I
over.
have to contain
like-
them with my dart. Maybe you can do the honor.
No. What I'm gonna do? I refuse your suggestion, and I reach into one of my bags and I pull out an arrow and I just like stab Hamura like ever so lightly, just like, and then I go over to Thor
You
and I like
crucify
stab
her?
him with another.
Ow.
No. I have 10 arrows of the rapey fucking drow
Yeah,
poison.
I mean, you pin her to the floor with the arrows, like.
No, just like cut her hand so that she gets in. She's paralysis, and I'm like, we're good. And then I'm like willing to walk away. Then
Okay, you cut open her arms. Hamura,
no, just like cut her hand a little bit, like not the
Okay.
metal one, but
Okay.
you know, just improvise 1 point of damage, nothing crazy.
Yeah, so one
I'm
point
like-
of your body takes 1 point of damage.
Wait, do you do that to Vorkul as well?
Yeah, do you do that to him?
Him, I'm willing to like put the arrow underneath his chin, and just like leave him there, since he can only move his chin.
Okay.
Shit.
You don't take any damage. Hamura, as you're back in the
Wait.
chalice.
He stabs me in the chin, and then
he
I take no
puts the
damage.
arrow underneath your
Oh.
Like under your chin, like this.
If you
So when you
move-
try and move, you're like,
yeah, you'll get stabbed, but now, no. Hamura,
God.
inside the chalice, you suddenly feel a pointy, like sharpy feeling from your palm. Like if you accidentally put your hands onto somewhere you shouldn't. Yeah, and
Ow.
the powling continues as Vorkul seems to be buried and no.
Can I try and throw them off?
You can roll for a strength check.
I'm just gonna be trying to pull them off
Wait,
too.
would it be a strength check or would it be athletics?
Strength check. Because
feel like
you're
that's more-
already buried at this point.
I just picture that as like the alligator's death roll.
Mm-hmm.
Like the crocodile, he's like, "Oh,"
Okay,
like trying
if
to.
you're willing to do that,
He's
all right.
bloody vicious.
All right. So
Nice.
you manage to shove off some, like about 10 or so dwarves off your
Just an
body
explosion of blood.
and create
I'm
a
gonna try and move
small
it.
safe spot.
I'm gonna move as quickly as I can
Okay.
back towards that portal.
So,
From-
to your knowledge, the point is, at this point, you don't see anything else besides a small like spot that's you created from a huge amount of dwarves.
Oh my
can
god,
try
there's
to- yes.
that many?
There are over a few hundred of them piling up on you right now.
Dwarf party.
Yes.
Uh,
So
can I make a guess of where I have to go?
you can
Swim
try,
through dwarves.
you can try to point a direction. I would say the 4 direction. Which way do you want to go? North, west, south, east. Which way do you want to go?
Shit. Which way am I facing right now?
You're facing north at this point.
I'm gonna head south.
Okay. You push a few more dwarves. Try to push them off the road. Roll me another strength check to see if you can push some of them out of and make a way. Nice.
Oh my god.
You push and push until you can't push any further. You see at the end of the tunnel Hamura's face. Yeah. And she's trying to get as many dwarves off your body as she can.
I'm
And Hamura is like,
trying to.
at this point, you see from the piling, the older spirits piled on top of each other, so they look like there's no space. However, you can somehow see through parts of them, as if they're not actually there. And you
That's
see
weird.
Oracle's face at the end.
Oh,
This is the dumbest thing I've ever been in.
Yeah.
This is why I hate dwarves.
It's not my fault.
Yeah.
It is my fault.
Some part it is. Right. Back to the group that's on the hunt for solution. Tully and Rainy, you guys follow Orlog to one side of the tunnel, and where there are pictures, there are like drawings and carvings on the walls that's unlike the ruins like scribed before. They are actual images, and it looks like it's a sort of stories kind of progression, like something you would see. Realistic speaking, it was something you would see on maybe a pyramid, maybe inside a pyramid. There are like pharaoh's drawing, like that kind of stuff.
oh, like
Like hieroglyphs.
hieroglyphs.
Yes, stuff like that. You see, this one guy looks like a king who's sitting on the throne. He raises his staff, which glows, and somehow smack it down to some kind of device, a jar maybe. And the next image shows a glowy figure just out of nowhere. You can't really describe it because it's undescribable. It just appears out of a shrine. And all of them bow down, like kneel down, like just worshipping it, whatever it is. And Orlog is just reading through all the images and try to find the specific stuff that could lead you guys towards a solution. What would you like to do at this point?
Is this like just pictures that we're looking at?
Yes.
On the
There are
wall?
pictures, there are like small ruins on the bottom of them. So you see the part where Orlog is looking is the bottom part. He's just trying to read through all the ruins, trying to find the ritual, the spell you guys need.
So I'm gonna approach them since I figured these guys are all entrapped.
Yeah. Sort of.
Well,
Probably.
I mentioned this to you earlier, Robin, but I did replace one of my first level spells with comprehend languages,
Okay. So
which
yeah.
is a ritual.
Okay. Do you wish to cast it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So-
Seeing that I'm going to start trying to sort of set up this
Okay.
ritual that.
Do it.
Yeah.
Okay. As you cast comprehend language, your body kind of emits first a dark circle, like just splash out of your body and then turns to like bright light. As all of you, each of you heals for 1d10. You all heal 2 points of healing. You all receive 2 points of healing towards you.
Does that include me?
Circle. Let's see.
Or am I too far away?
No, you and Hamura are too far away. So
Okay.
only Viking, Ravani, and Tully, possibly 9. No, it's too far. Only you three received the healing. Orlog also, but he's fine. He hasn't taken damage yet. So yeah. Okay. You all heal for 2 points.
Okay.
Okay.
I already have my rope in my hands. I'm like, fucking guys, I need to put leashes on everybody. Like, as soon as somebody starts glowing, like that's gonna be the go-to thing right now. Is just
tie someone up.
Yep.
Well,
You're like the Oprah of
for
leashes.
Ravani-
You need a leash, and you get a leash.
For Ravani, you experienced this outburst before, but that time all the dark energy kind of consumes all around you. You were in the garden training with your master, and the wild magic burst, and it eats up all the flowers. It just siphons up all the life. So this time it's a little bit different. You assume that it's probably the Underdark acting weird. But any other case, you successfully cast Comprehend Language, and you start reading through. You notice that there's one specific ruin that looks weird, as if something is inside of it. What do you do?
I'm gonna point it out to Orlok and like I see something there. I'm gonna try and reach out for it, whatever's there.
Okay, okay. Let me see. I don't see anything. That's weird. I don't. Where exactly?
Where's it? Where do I see it again?
It's just beneath the throne image.
Yeah, there's something there just beneath like the throne image.
You heard Orlok say the word and tries to break whatever illusion there was. But he's like, what are you talking about? There's nothing. Don't waste my time. And he starts going back, just trying to figure out what's on the wall.
When he says I'm like Gesundheit. That's my response to him, because I haven't heard him say that.
Okay. You heard him say that before.
Yeah, still.
Yeah.
Gesundheit.
I say like no, like look, and I'm gonna try and start like walking through whatever it is.
Mm-hmm. So as they are arguing, Tully, what are you doing at this point?
I'm just literally standing back like, I'm no use here. I'm just watching for traps and garbage.
So, Rivani, as you walk near the wall, that part of the ruin kind of falls off from the wall, revealing like a small hole inside of it.
Hey, see, there's a hole here.
Orlok look towards you and towards the part you're pointing at, and he says, "There's no hole. Please don't waste my time anymore. We don't have much time before the spirits take hold." And he just goes back to the walls. Yes. Oh, and Tully, as you were looking,
Show me, Rivani.
Yeah, as you're looking at the spot Rivanians are looking at, you don't see anything.
You're the only one who sees it, dear.
Okay.
If only you had a lantern of revealing.
I'm gonna reach my arm through the hole.
The hole is actually tiny. You probably can fit your fingers inside, and as you put it in, you think you grab onto hold to something. It's a small, tiny object. As you pull it out, it looks like a chess piece.
A chess piece?
Before it switched to your image, mimicking exactly what you look like.
Oh my god, it's a mimic. Kill it.
Not really, but
Oh, I know. I'm just...
yeah.
I jest.
And Tully, at this point, you finally sees the small piece that Rivani is holding, and yeah, it looks exactly like her, down to the very detail of what she's dressing right now. Yeah.
That's
I'm
really
like, no, but it just changed to look like me. But what kind of piece is this?
Okay, as you said that, Orlok turns around and says, "Please don't." Oh wait, that's it. That's it. And he runs towards you, try to take the piece off your hand.
Wait.
I sort of
Do you let him?
I sort of get surprised. I kind of like let go of the surprise so that he
Okay.
ends up taking it.
So as he took it, he's like, "No, why isn't it changing? Why is it? You use it." He grabs your
Catch.
palm. No, he grabs Ravani's palm, put it onto her hand, and said this. Asharong said this word. Just say it.
Gesundheit.
Cause yeah,
A Charlon?
yes. As you pronounce the word, the figure kind of grows large until it's to your same height, to your same, like, with everything down to the very detail. It looks like a copy of you, and it starts walking towards those two, Hamura and Vorko. Going back to those two, Hamura, you tried really hard. Do you try to help Vorko out of his misery and try to get him out of there?
As much as I can, yeah.
Okay, so you grab onto his head, the back part of his head, grabbing him really hard, trying to like get him out. You get half of his body out eventually, until you couldn't.
But that's the only half you get.
Yeah.
The other half is with the dwarves.
Yeah, it's within the dwarves.
He's been split in half.
The thing about that
It's
is
fine.
the portal was long gone. As you guys look around, the portal was long gone.
Well, shit. Is the string gone?
No, the string is still attached. It just extend to nowhereness, like to the edge of where you can see, and goes beyond.
Let's
Do
follow
I
the
happen to know what that string means? Like, would I know anything about that string?
Go roll for a religious check on this part.
Oh boy.
Okay, so for your knowledge, you heard that certain barbarians tribe do take their ancestor, like worshipping their ancestor to an extent, to where that they will bind their ancestor spirits within themselves in order to channel their power. So you assume that whatever ritual or spells Vorko has gone through that make him a living conduit towards his ancestor.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess we'll follow it.
Okay. The dwarves are.
Yeah.
The dwarves doesn't seem to notice you're gone at this point.
The
Yeah,
Mora
the
or
piling
me?
dwarves, they're still piling on top of each other. They don't seem to notice you're gone. That's the weirdest
Oh,
part.
thank God.
Yes. As you two walk
I-
to almost near the edge, so close that you can see to a distance your body on the other side. Like looking
see it's-
through a glass wall.
Do I notice that I've been spat on?
Yes. You notice that you were tied up. You were crawling on the floor. That's all you can notice because they are facing, like their back are facing you. So you can't really tell from the front what is happening. But there are blue strings of like webbings like covered you guys, making you immobilized. So yeah.
I think we tried to run away.
I'm gonna punch the wall.
You punch.
If there's a clear wall in front of us, I guess.
It looks like a crystal material. You punch it, nothing really happens.
Yep.
You don't.
I keep punching it.
You just keep punching. Nothing really happens. Yeah. Hamura, at this point, the dwarf that was speaking to you with the gold beard and weird arm and such, he turns towards you and says, "No, there's no use. We've been trying this for ages, for eons, for God knows how long.
Why are you
need-
guys stuck in here?
That's the thing. We entrusted our beliefs into something that shouldn't have existed in the first place. We were worshipping, and you heard blank. And yeah, you heard nothing behind, so you don't hear the name at all. We were worshipping blank. That's why we were here. That's why we were in the Underdark for the first place. The whole temple was his playground. This is like this cave is not caused by ages of planet shifting. It's caused by a single strike from the being. We did our best to banish him to the other realm, but we were stuck here forever.
In the meantime, like while they're having this conversation, you just hear Vorkul just punching the wall because
Yeah,
he's not smart
repeatedly
anymore.
punching the walls
He-
in the distance.
He ain't smart no more, so he's like, I'm gonna punch my way out.
Yep. And that's all he says. Moving back to Tolly and Ravani and Viking, the statue actually walks towards those two. And the statue actually puts its hand onto those two. As you see, the blue pupil turns back to where their pupil looks like from before. And the statue kind of frozen in place instead.
When I see this, I'm realizing the sword is still sitting on the ground.
Yes.
I'm gonna try and scoop that into the bag of holding without touching it too.
Okay.
Just like
So you
let's
put
just
it,
throw
yeah,
it in
you
there.
successfully put it into the bag of holding. Nothing happens really. What would you like to do?
You hear screaming.
We should just burn this bag of holding when we're done, because there's been dead bodies and cursed shit in there. Just
Maybe.
you open it, souls are flying out.
Maybe.
There's probably one really, really, really useful thing for probably one particular individual that you guys took off of me.
Anyway,
and it's it's a very sharp object.
Yeah, Ravani.
Very long.
The moment you see the figure, roll for Arcana check to see if you notice something. Based on your previous knowledge, you will have advantage on this one. Okay.
17.
You notice that this is a small, it's something called the action figure of Persona. This is a small construct, so it will act on the first that gets into contact with. So when it's created, this kind of item are entrusted to, safeguarding as well as being a children's toy. Like some in the Asian runic system, the Archmage will create this as a play toy or a sparring tool for their apprentice to practice on or anything else, and they make really good use of servants. That's all you know. All right. So
I sort of go oh, I know what this thing is. It's one of those figures of Persona. I start relating what I sort of remember about Tally and
Orlok is looking at you in a kind of almost envious way and says, yeah, it binds with the first person that get in contact with. You can almost feel his teeth grinding at this point. He's like, fine. Anyway, this should relieve the souls should be automatically attracted towards this, for this is part astral being, part construct. Anyway, their body should be freed by now at this point. The only thing left is how to pour their souls from the chalice back into their body. That's the only thing.
Maybe I should go touch the chalice and it'll tell me how to do that. Just, I have this bond with it. I'm doing really well.
It's up to you guys. Like,
Oh man, this is just gonna go so well.
yeah, this is gonna go so well.
This is like my third
It'll be
time.
fine.
I say,
There comes the charm.
I say like, oh yeah, because that worked so well for you last time. No, we're not doing that again.
Yeah.
I already have a new character rolled up. I'm ready.
Yeah. As you guys are talking,
I don't have a new character rolled up. Well, I kind of do. I actually do have a new character rolled up as well.
yeah. Tali, you notice that Orlog kind of touched something on the wall.
I don't trust him. What the hell is it?
Intentionally, yes. What do you do? He's kind
Hold
of
up.
placing
Share with the
something on
clubs.
on the wall. Okay. Did you tell him to stay with the club?
No, I told him, what are you doing?
Oh,
Share with the
nothing.
club.
It just something to, to summon the bee.
Summon
And
what?
That's the last piece I'll need. And he punched real hard on one side of the wall. You see almost like
Nope.
half of his arm is within, like just sinks into the wall, and something cracked.
He's getting crash tackled.
No, you think he crushed something with his fist.
I'm gonna try and drag him away from it.
Okay, so you drag him out, and while he starts laughing, he just starts laughing like manically.
What?
Just,
Have you
You should
done?
have-
finally, he's free. I finally get to meet him. Yes. No one will be able to stop you. No, not you, nor that crazy ass barbarian is gonna stop you at this point. You all.
I got my hands around his throat at this juncture. What
sacrificed
have
to
you
him.
done?
And he just keeps start laughing, and that's where we will.
God damn, you guys should have let me kill them.
Man,
Oh,
fuck
That's
dwarves.
where we will start today. Yep.
Oh my god.
I want to tell you guys what you found, but nobody inspected it
Well,
when you threw it
can't
in the
really tell
thing.
them at this point. You're still unconscious. The only person you can talk to inside
You're
is
stuck in a club.
yeah, with Homura inside the chalice.
Hey.
So yeah,
we just somebody help the cult fanatic, didn't we?
okay. So yeah.
Also,
So-
you guys should have let me kill him. You guys
Yeah,
should have let me kill
I'm
him.
feeling like,
We're
yeah.
realizing this now. We're realizing this.
Probably.
Mistakes might have been made.
Mine
Several
have-
times.
I see tons of mistakes being made at this point.
No, just one mistake. I don't know. It's like,
Well, you guys did
We're just team
really
disaster.
well. I mean, I didn't expect anyone to hit the crit, let alone seeing the image. I have that for prepared, for reserved. I didn't really think that anyone will trigger that. So
Surprise.
well done, Viking. This is job well done.
Oh man.
And then I went back for more.
Yeah,
I'm saying.
went back to one. That's the weird part. Like the dice is really playing funny tonight, but today. But anyway,
Oh man.
it's fun. It's fun.
I didn't expect. Okay, I didn't expect Mike. Nathan. I did not expect you to hit me with a javelin. When I got paralyzed, I was like, "Oh shit!"
So I didn't expect like the sword of vengeance to act this way, but hey, it plays out well anyway, so it's fine, I guess.
I mean, that's the reason, kind of, why I took the sword of vengeance was because like
Just
it's more of like a
getting
relentless
stabby,
kind of
stabby,
thing.
stabby, basically.
It was also the risk of your party members might accidentally hit you, and it counts
Yeah. Or
if you don't.
like the accidental is not so accidental, so in our case. Anyway,
Yeah.
next session, guys.
So out of character, I approached it like you were getting electrocuted, like high voltage lines. You pretty much have to crack somebody with a 2x4 in order to.
Yeah.